Welcome to week 9 of the CRL3 season. Got a pretty cool racetrack ahead here, and we're going to jump right into our first matchup here. We're going to have Drew versus Lane, a very similar matchup to what we saw last week in the tournament. Drew won that matchup, I believe, with a sweep win over Lane, so history repeats itself. We're going to see a sweep win here. So Mike Wazowski takes the first win against Gio. Drew is in lane 2. Lane is in lane 4. Got Bottleneck versus Water Taxi here. See what Bottleneck and Water Taxi do. It looks like Bottleneck scores another point. Now, this is the kicker because Poltergeist and Bubble go way back. As you know, Poltergeist used to be on Isaac's team and Bubble has always been on Lane's team. They've been rivals, so it's kind of crazy to see Poltergeist, beat Bubble after all these seasons. I don't think he ever was able to do that. I don't know if he was ever matched up against Bubble, but Drew's going to beat Lane. So next up, we got Landon versus Benroth, two of our purple teams. We're going to see another little color war coming up. But first, we got Landon versus Benroth. Landon will score the first point of this matchup here. Both teams are pretty good. Both got their flaws, but they also got some strong suits right here. We got Ace versus Neon. Ace barely gets that one, which is pretty surprising. I mean, Neon's pretty good. He's a rookie, but he's been pretty proven. One of the better cars on this team of Benz. We got Robot versus Vampirina's modified Robot with the thing that makes it so he'll no longer miss it. But, I mean, that won't stop you from being slower than the other car, so we got Blue Bolt versus Ant. Now, this is where Landon's going to take his win because Ant is just so slow. He almost won, but he can never win, so he kind of fell there. So, Landon's going to beat Benroth 3-1. So far, has been complete domination for the winner. So, we got Ben Cressman versus Brendan here. We got Koopa Troopa versus Mohawk. Ben Cressman in lane 2. Brendan in lane 4. And looks like Mohawk's going to score that first point for Brendan here. So yeah, divisional matchup here, Brendan's second divisional matchup in the last 2 weeks. So, good for him, I guess. Brendan scores another point. Looking good for Brendan here. Look at that. We got Luigi versus Mario, two brothers going up against each other. Who will win? Will Brendan complete the sweep? And, yeah. On to the next level for Brendan. So, Brendan's going to win 3-0, sweeping Ben Cressman. Pretty impressive of Brendan there. We got Braden versus Ermine, another divisional matchup here. Two teams that are hoping to make it to the playoffs this season. Pretty plausible. We got Blaze 2.0 versus Han Solo. And Han Solo's going to score that first point for Ermine there. Good for him. We got Laser versus Senator. Han Solo is one of Ermine's really good cars, so if Han Solo doesn't score, it's pretty much over for Ermine. I mean, that wasn't true last week when he made it past the first round, but we got Double Shot versus Crimson here. Braden scored another point. Looks like Braden's going to score his second point. Who knows? If it's like anything that we've seen before, Dragonfly is going to finish this off before we even get to the fifth matchup. Who knows if we'll even see a fifth matchup today? You never know. I mean, so far, but I think it's impossible that we couldn't go without seeing a fifth matchup. I mean, I don't know if it's ever happened before, but you never know. We got Isaac versus Grant, two very good teams that are in different conferences, so they don't really matter to each other that much, but I mean, both teams are looking for a win here. Porto is going to score the first one. Grant is in lane 4. Isaac in lane 2. We got Toad versus Chrome. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. Toad will score for Isaac. You never know what you're going to get with the Mario Kart cars. They can either be really fast or really slow, but you never know. We got Mustang versus Converse. And he just gets it in there, So, Grant gets that point. We got AJ Brown versus Wrath. Now, AJ Brown's been pretty clutch here, so we'll probably see a fifth matchup. And no, we don't. So, Wrath's going to take it. I mean, it's pretty good for Grant. That was his first round pick. So, I guess it was worth it. So, Grant's going to win against Isaac. So far, it's been really domination, No team has even scored 2 points yet that hasn't won. So Peyton versus Colin, we got Ultima versus Black Yoshi, and Peyton's going to score the first point in this matchup here. Next up, we got Velvet versus Red Force. Red Force has a tendency to flip over, and if he doesn't flip over, he's just really slow. So Velvet's going to score for Peyton here. So we got Manta versus Fireball. Yeah, I love doing that when we can, but Peyton's also going to sweep Colin. This is quite the interesting sight here. Where I don't even know if we'll see a fifth matchup here. The fifth slot hasn't even been used yet. But we got Alex versus Luke. So Luke is looking for a win here. Now is the time to get a win, as 2 of his rivals have lost this week. This would be a momentous time, and Shark stumbles into the finish line without a win there. X4 scores before him. So next up, we got Clockwork versus Mock. Now, unfortunately, Clockwork's probably going to win this one, or unfortunately for Luke, because Clockwork, I believe, is the fastest car in the league right now. I don't think he really any losses other than special matchups, but this is probably going to be a win for Luke here. As much as I love Fiat and his redemption run, the Nuke is just too fast for that. So Luke is coming back here, and this is his new prospect right here, Mako. Scored a game-winning point 2 weeks ago, and are you kidding me? Look at that. He stumbled and just didn't clear the line. If he would have cleared the line, he would have scored there, because he came down so fast. So how unfortunate. We might not even, I don't even think we're going to see a fifth matchup here, but I think if any of the matchups deserve a fifth matchup, it's this one. We got Caleb versus Kian. We got True Blue versus Warrior. These are 2 of the best teams in the CRL right now, and they're both in the same conference. So I'd assume both of them are fighting for the number 1 seed right now. This is a pivotal point in that race here. We got Rex versus Jester. Caleb scores another point. Caleb is in lane 2, and Keen is in lane 4, by the way. So we got Tokyo versus Cyberpunk. If now is a time to turn things around for Keen, now is the time. I said that wrong, but Caleb will sweep Keen. So that's all we got for you guys. Caleb will beat Keen. On to the power rankings. Here are all the matchups here. Who won, who lost, what their win-loss records are, where they are in the rankings. And, that's all we got for you. Good night.